In a world that perpetually spins faster, where the digital symphony of notifications demands our constant, fragmented attention, and every moment feels meticulously scheduled, we often find ourselves caught in a paradoxical trap. We mistake relentless busyness for profound purpose, and profound exhaustion for undeniable success. The incessant hum of digital noise, the endless scroll through carefully curated lives, the unspoken pressure to always be on, always available, always performing, it's a relentless current that pulls us further and further away from any semblance of true rest. Our minds race like untamed horses, our spirits feel fragmented and brittle, leaving us not just physically tired, but deeply weary, burdened by unseen weights, and quietly, desperately yearning for an escape. This isn't merely stress, it's a pervasive epidemic of soul fatigue, a quiet erosion of our peace that steals our sleep, dampens our joy, and leaves us restless, endlessly searching for a stillness we can't quite grasp. What if the very peace we crave, the deep abiding tranquility our souls truly long for, isn't found in doing more, or even in doing nothing, but in embracing something profoundly radical, something ancient, something wholly different? Meet Dr. Anya Sharma. In her late 30s, Anya had meticulously navigated the demanding corridors of a high-stakes medical career. Her achievements were undeniable: a thriving practice, a reputation for excellence, a beautiful home, and respected among her peers. Outwardly, her life was a shining testament to accomplishment. Yet, beneath this meticulously polished exterior, a profound, soul-deep weariness grew. It was the relentless pursuit of perfection, the gnawing fear of inadequacy, the inability to truly delegate, the constant internal pressure to exceed every expectation. It all chipped away. Subtly but surely, at her inner peace, she found herself compulsively checking emails late into the night, replaying challenging patient conversations endlessly in her mind, and waking long before dawn with her thoughts already racing. Burdened by the weight of upcoming schedules, she desperately tried to find genuine rest in fleeting escapes, binge-watching shows until exhaustion, engaging in intense workouts that pushed her body to its limits, or overscheduling her precious downtime with social obligations, believing more activity equaled more fulfillment. But paradoxically, these efforts only added to her profound exhaustion, leaving her feeling more hollow, more isolated. The immense burden she carried was largely unseen by others, a silent weight on her very soul, preventing her from truly being present in the moments that mattered, from truly finding genuine joy in her achievements or her relationships. She felt perpetually on, constantly striving, endlessly fighting against the relentless tide of an unspoken, suffocating anxiety, always believing she was fundamentally less than, unworthy of true peace or lasting contentment. The perfect facade was cracking under the immense pressure of her internal struggle. The weight of her weariness became utterly unbearable, crushing her spirit. One morning, on her typically chaotic commute, exhausted from another sleepless night, Anya found herself staring blankly at the ever-present digital advertisements on a bustling subway screen. But then, as if by a subtle, miraculous shift in light, the words on the screen transformed. No longer a commercial, but a message speaking directly to the rawest parts of her soul. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. It was a simple, ancient promise, yet it vibrated with profound clarity and an almost startling, immediate relevance. This wasn't about adding more tasks to her already overwhelming to-do list, or striving harder for an unattainable perfection. It was a radical, countercultural invitation to receive something freely given, to simply come. In that very moment, a sense of gentle, yet powerful presence seemed to fill the bustling, noisy space around her. It was as if Jesus himself was there, not with judgment for her weariness or her past detours, but with an outstretched hand, a look of profound, unconditional compassion, inviting her to finally lay down her heavy burden and receive a soul-deep rest she hadn't known was even possible. It was the quiet, undeniable whisper of grace, cutting through a world that constantly screamed for more effort, more striving, more doing. The invitation was profound, but the journey to true rest wasn't an instant fix, nor was it a magic spell. Anya learned that taking Jesus' easy yoke meant a radical, daily shift from her deeply ingrained habits of frantic control and ceaseless striving. It meant learning to trust not just in her own considerable capabilities, but in a boundless, divine provision and wisdom, she began to actively practice intentional surrender, consciously delegating tasks, setting firm but gentle boundaries on her time and energy, embracing imperfection as a part of the human journey, and prioritizing moments of true presence over relentless productivity. She discovered that "my yoke is easy and my burden is light" wasn't about avoiding hard work, but about finding a rhythm, a flow, where divine grace actively carried the true weight of her responsibilities. This meant cultivating humble obedience, learning radical patience, and nurturing a gentle heart. Even in the most demanding and stressful situations, old habits of overscheduling, self-criticism, and anxiety occasionally resurfaced, testing her newfound resolve. But with each deliberate choice to trust, each moment of intentional stillness, the heavy, self-imposed burden began to miraculously transform into a light, manageable journey, guided effortlessly by an unseen hand, a constant, gentle current of peace. The transformation was profound, a true resurrection of her spirit. Anya discovered that authentic soul rest wasn't an elusive destination, a vacation from reality, but a profound state of being, available and accessible even amidst life's inherent demands and inevitable challenges. The heavy weight of relentless striving, the silent pressure to always be more, began to visibly dissolve, replaced by an invigorating lightness of spirit she hadn't felt in years. She now approached her demanding work with renewed energy, profound clarity, and a quiet joy. Her relationships blossomed with authentic presence and deep connection, and her inner life was infused with a deep, abiding peace that transcended all understanding. This wasn't the absence of problems. It was the transformative presence of an unwavering anchor. Her identity was no longer tied to her achievements or her ability to control every outcome, but to the liberating truth that she was unconditionally loved, profoundly valued, and eternally sustained by a boundless grace. Her life, once a cycle of relentless exhaustion and silent anxiety, now flowed with purpose and profound, quiet joy, a testament to the transformative power of divine rest. She was finally living with a truly rested soul, free from the crushing yoke of endless striving, truly at home in her own skin and with her Creator.